Wob wob, this is my intro. Wob wob. What's good, YouTube? Easy now. 1337 aka Snow here today to do an emblem, and it feels so good to say that. So firstly, my first emblem is going to be my Evil Eye emblem. It's my most successful Black Ops 2 emblem of all time. I thought I'd remake it for this game for you guys who loved it so much. But before we get into how it's done, I just want to say thank you to all those people who hung around since Black Ops 2 emblems. This is the day we've all been waiting for. And if you are new to the channel, please feel free to subscribe. I really do appreciate it. You can follow me on Facebook and especially on Twitter in the video description below. I will also put them on screen. Please feel free to follow me and talk to me and chat to me, and make any suggestions in the comments about what emblems you want to see and what you think about this emblem. Just let me know what you think and you want. That being said, let's get in how to make this. So firstly, on screen you're going to see it looks badass on the player's chest, and also you can see that it's on the back of the exosuit as well. So let's get into it. So first you go to operator. Oh yeah, this is what I meant to say as well. All my emblem tutorials are voice guided, so I'm going to tell you what I'm doing it as I'm doing it. Now, because this is a new emblem editor, I may do a little couple of mistakes here and there. Please forgive me. I really do appreciate your time and patience with me making these. So then we go into player card and emblems. We're going to go to new emblems, and you can see all the emblems I've made so far, which will be coming up in the next couple of days. And yes, that Optic Gaming one does look a bit funny, but it's how it saves it. But anyway, let's go into new emblem. So firstly, you want to jump in and go to shapes by pressing RB twice, and then you want to scroll down until we get to this emblem here, the half pipe looking thing. Press A on it, press A again, press Y, and then go to black and press A. No, press B, sorry. See, this is where I get confused. Pressing A to select something isn't a thing anymore, so you highlight it and then you press B. Right, and then now we're clicked into it again, so we can move it around. Now you want to do left trigger and turn it here. And now you see at the top you've got fixed scale, which is clicking the right stick in. So I'm going to click that and make it free scale. And I'm going to stretch it up and to the left. And I'm going to make it bounce from corner to corner, like so. Now it doesn't have to be perfect. You can do it however you want to do it. It doesn't even have to fill the full screen. But I'm going to go about here. I'm going to click the right stick in again so that it moves it all in size. And I'm going to place it about here. Right. There we go. Now we're going to duplicate that layer, or duplicate. I know a lot of people had a problem with the way I said that before. So we're going to press back on the layer, move up a layer and press start. And then we're going to click into it with A, and we're going to flick it all the way around with the right trigger. And do the same on the opposite side until we are happy we have an eye shape. Now you might have to move it around a little bit, but there we go. That is what I have so far. So now you want to press B and go to your next layer. You want to grab absolutely anything, click into it, make it as big as possible, and press left twice to bring it to the bottom. Now you can see that there's a little bit in the bottom left which I need to cover up. So firstly we're going to change this to a grey colour. I'm going to go with that dark grey there. Press B and make sure you click out of it. And there we go. So now we're nice and set up. So what we're going to do first is take these two half pipes by clicking into them and move them up a bunch of layers just to get them out of the way, because they need to be on the top. And there we go. So next we are going to grab this shape over here. Where's it gone? Now you can use either or. I prefer this one. So we're going to click into it, change the colour with Y to black again. And now we're going to move it across to this side and we're going to skew it. So we're going to press the right stick in and we're going to go up and to the left. Now it's up to you how you do this. You can place it where you want to place it. I'm going to place my first one there. I'm going to duplicate that layer. And I'm going to move it up and to the left there. Like so, and do the same again by duplicating it. Now you can do this as many times as you want. You can make it look how you want to make it look. You can also put them across the bottom of the curve as well, but I'm changing it just a little bit just so that it's on top. So you want to move those layers up a little bit as well. It's not that important to move it up and down as long as you move the layer you want below it. So once we are here, we want to grab and where's my picture gone? Okay, so we want to grab this funny looking shape which is near the bottom. Where's it gone? Where's it gone? this one here. We're going to click that and we're going to rotate it using the right trigger, and we're going to make it a little bit bigger so that it touches the other end of the other slope on the opposite side. Right about there is a good point, but you can also skew it if you want and change the shape of it, but I just prefer it the way it is. It looks pretty cool as it is. So what we want to do is select that layer and change it to black, and then we want to duplicate that layer by pressing back on the layer, moving up and pressing start, changing that one to white using the Y for the colour, and then make it a little bit smaller and off center it a little bit. So I'm going to go about here. Actually, I'm going to change that to grey. I've just made an executive decision. I'm going to change it to one of these greys, and then we're going to duplicate the layer again, change it to white by using Y, and make that one smaller as well. So I want to have a little grey outline on the outside. You could do that as big or as small as you want, but that's what I'm going to put it as right there. So next we want to just move these up a little bit more. So awkward getting used to this emblem editor. Okay, so next we want to grab the egg shape, which is over on this side right here. We want to select it and we want to change it to black. So select it with A and press Y and go to black, and then we're going to rotate it and we're going to bring it, make it a bit smaller by going up and to the left with the right hand stick, and we're going to place it anywhere you want around about here. We're going to duplicate it. We're going to change the colour to any colour you want, but I'm going to go with red, and I'm going to go with this red here. Press B and make it smaller. Now I'm going to move it over to the right a little bit so there's less black on the right hand side. I'm also going to skew it up and to the left a little bit, rotate it a little bit, just so it's off centered from the black, just to give that little bit of effect. You can outline the red in any other colour if you want, like a little bit of a grey, which is what I've also done before. But as we are just doing it here, no, actually I'm going to make that a little bit darker, a little bit of a darker red. So we're going to go with that red. That looks pretty cool. Oh, make sure it's in the right place and let go of it, because I keep doing that. It's annoying. So next we want to go and grab this, change the colour to black, make it smaller, and we want to skew this by pressing the right stick up and to the left. Now it's going to make a similar egg shape but not quite the same, so place it anywhere you want. I'm going to go about here, duplicate that layer, make it white, and then make it really small and place it in the top left hand corner of the eye. You can take the opacity down on this, or the opacity, to whatever you want. I'm just going to go 73% just randomly, and we're going to place it there. Next we want to go in and grab this funny little blob, this one here. We're going to do the same thing with this. We're going to bring it all the way down, we're going to rotate it with the right trigger until it's facing away, and we're going to place it about here and then turn the opacity down again. It's going to go a lot lower than the one we last done. I'm going to move it below actually as well. So I'm going to take it down to about 35% maybe. Now you can make this as big as you want, you can skew it in any way you want, but I'm just going to leave it about there. So that is the eye section done. Actually no, it's not. So what you want to do is you want to grab this funny thing here, this finger. You want to make it as small as possible, and then you want to press start so that it inverts the lines. So then what we're going to do is we're going to skew this, and we're going to squeeze it up and to the left like so, and it's just up to you how you do this. So I'm going to place it about here, and then I'm going to move it below the black circle right here, and I'm going to just fiddle with it a little bit, make sure it's underneath the eyelashes as well. Now you can do as many of these as you want, but first let's change the colour. So I'm going to change the colour to something pinky-ish there, like that maybe, that one. Now we're going to duplicate that layer a couple of times. Oh no, I've moved it up. See, this is the problem I have with this thing. So we are in this position. There we go. I'm going to paste it up here a couple of times. Well, let's just go with 4. So now I'm going to bring it back down and meet it up with the other one. And then we're going to move it around. You can skew it down and to the right a little bit. Just do what you think looks good. Right, next we get this one. Bring it down. And we're going to place it about here. And this is just, you know, adding some light to the eye You could add what you want to it, you could take away from it, it's totally up to you. This is just how I made it, so if you want the exact one I got, feel free to copy it. Now you can also turn your opacity down on these as well, just to you know, take away a little bit so it doesn't look as bright, doesn't look as on top of you. So I'm going to just place this one around about here. So yeah, you could do as many or as little as you want, just to give you like an electric look around the eyes. And now you're pretty much done. All we need to do now is add the shading. So we're going to go and grab this half pipe. Now if you did Black Ops 2 emblems, you know about this. So you're going to turn it to black, and you're going to bring the opacity down. Now I'm going to make it a little bit smaller so you can see what I'm about to do. So we're here. Right, so when you find an opacity you want, I go pretty low with it, probably about 40%, and I'm going to show you why, because I'm going to go 50% actually this time. So once we are here, what you want to do is press the right stick so you can change the shape. So what you want to do is you want to go down to the right like this, so it makes this sort of shape, but then make it a lot bigger at the same time by going up and to the right. So you're going up and right and down and right as well. And what you're going to see is something like this, like a really blurry line in a curve shape as well. And we're going to do that, and I'm going to make it so that it goes across the eye like this, as you can see. So I'm actually going to bring the opacity down a little bit more. Now this can be a bit tricky, it's something you need to get used to. I knew why I went to 30. So we go to 30 there, then we're going to paste the layer again, and we're going to move it up a little bit. So we've got two sets of shadows on top of each other. Now you can move it around, do what you want with it, but I'm going to leave it there. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to do the same thing again, but across the bottom of the eye in red. So we select our half pipe, we change the colour to whatever colour you want. I'm going to go with a brighter red. Bring the opacity down to something that you feel is good. So I'm going to go, the opacity takes so long to go down. I'm going to go 49, maybe a little bit lower. So you could place it across the bottom of the eye like this, but it doesn't look as good. So we want to free scale it so you can move it around and stuff. Now you want to go up and to the right to stretch it out like this, and also down and to the right to give it a curve. So I'm going to place it about here, and then all we have to do is bring it down below everything else except for the eye, because if you go down below the eye, obviously you lose it. So bring it above the eye, and you have like a nice red tint, like he's angry. And there you go, that is the evil eye done. Mess around with it, play around with it, make it your own, add some stuff to it, get different colours. What I want you to do, guys, is follow me on Twitter and send me pictures of your emblems that you make of this. If you use this emblem, show me your creation by just tweeting it at me. Links in the video description to that. And if you could drop a like, I would really appreciate it. It really does help get my emblems out there, helps get my channel out there, and I would truly love it if you guys subscribed to me and became a snowman, a loyal snowman. On top of that, have a nice day. I will see you in the next video. Peace.